Yo, right now you're listening to Nothing Major, Nothing Mad, just a Nothing But Music podcast. We got myself, Benzo, in the building, and with my brother H.
Boom. So we're back. What are you saying?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. What you saying? You good?
Yeah, I'm alright. Obviously, episode 4. To those of us who follow us on the social media, that's Nothing But Music Pod. Follow that if you haven't already. But to those of you that saw episode 4 was featuring a guest, we're very sorry, and obviously he couldn't pull up today, but that's there, and it's coming soon.
The show must go on. You understand?
But
got a few things to talk about today, man. Boy, sun's shining, things are going good, and that. Hope everyone's enjoying their Sunday, because it is a Sunday. I think by the time we drop this,
yeah, man.
Make sure you're slapping this on while you're cleaning, while you're doing your little workout, playing a bit of P4. You get me? So, yeah, man, just come kick it with us today. And we've got a couple of topics to get into, man. So what we're saying, though, that is a topic that's in my head a lot. And it's about, obviously, making it as a rapper or a singer. And it was the question that I was posing to myself was, is it harder to make it in the UK or the US? What do you think about that?
That's a good question. I think in the US, I feel like because it's such a bigger place and they've had music going for years, since the 20s, innit? And there's so much inspiration drawn from so many different places, and I feel like so many artists have come and gone, and they've laid the blueprint. They've laid a solid blueprint for so many different genres, and I feel like a lot of artists today emulate that blueprint and can credit a lot of their success to that blueprint that has been laid by other artists. And that blueprint isn't very heavy in the UK, in my opinion.
It's not heavy. Yeah. It's not as heavy as
it's not as heavy. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm not saying, obviously, there's people in the UK that are hugely influential. Like, the first person that comes to my head, I'm saying D Block Europe. I mean, what they're doing is huge, and what they've done is huge, and their influence is crazy, and it's what's shaping the wave that's going to come up, that's coming up today. But in terms of, is it harder to blow in the UK or the US, I would say it is definitely harder to blow in the UK for me, innit? I would say, because the blueprint isn't as solidified as it is over in the US. So people are more, I feel like they're, what's the word I'm looking for? They're encouraged and they're really pushed to try and, you get me, come out their comfort zone and create that blueprint themselves for future artists, innit? And do their own thing.
I hear that. But wouldn't you think, okay, the blueprint's been laid and whatever, but just to get noticed in the US, because of, even though there's a blueprint, but all that competition in the US, wouldn't you see it as it could present a bigger challenge than it is for someone in the UK to make it?
Well, it depends about what you mean by make it, because that as well.
Okay, yeah. So if we're talking make it,
what do you mean by make it?
When I say this, I always say it's harder to be a little baby. No, sorry, it's harder to be a little baby in the US than it is to be a Fredo in the UK. So what I mean by that is, Fredo is you got to put it into perspective. Because everyone's like, oh, he got 1 million views quicker than he did, innit? And it's like, that's not to me as making it. My thing is, Lil Baby is a worldwide superstar, innit? And a nation, America, global superstar, innit? So Fredo is our UK equivalent to that, I would say. Just like he runs I wouldn't say he runs the UK, but for street rap, I don't think he's the best, but I'd say he runs, he's putting the numbers down on the board, innit? I think it's hard to get to that level as Lil Baby, because Lil Baby in America, you got to go through so much. You got to get out of your state.
Yeah.
And being a boss in your state doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be chart topping. Whereas in London, if you're the boss of London, you're basically just, you're clear. You know what I'm saying? So I think it is harder in that respect, because to get to that level of #1 album in the US, it's like, wow, like you'll be surprised who hasn't got a number one album in the US because of the clout that they have.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas UK, I mean, Central C, great artist in my opinion. But he got like number two, like he's been rapping for a while, but he had about one clean year and wow, number two, like straight away, like you know what I'm saying? Like in America, guys are putting tapes on tapes on tapes to get noticed. Like, it's mad. Yeah, man.
I mean, I'd say like obviously in the UK, I feel like if you pop off in London, if you dominate London, right? If you pop off in London, you will be noticed. You will sort of that connection will be made to the rest of the UK and
Easily.
Yeah, and do you get me? But whereas in the US, it's like, you know, you got there's so many different places. First of all, there's New York, and there's obviously there's a bunch of different states, and everyone's trying to do their thing from different states. But why I'm saying it's harder to blow it in the UK is because you got to remember as well, the US has some huge players, like record label wise, industry wise, like huge players. They have quality control music. They can push out an artist. If they want someone to blow, they've got the resources to make that happen. They've got the resources to build very clean and very polished artists.
But that's because they're signed to, it's a mid label signed to, is it Atlantic? Forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't know where, is it Interscope? Let me just search this up as I'm talking. But when you have there's only a certain access to quality control. Like quality control is like a tiny tiny group of people compared to like the whole US scene. Like there's some guys that are known in like they run, for example, Texas, and then it's like if the guys in New York, LA don't know about you, and labels are not front, I don't know about you there. It's like you might you're it's good. It's good to be the boss of that area, innit? But it's like if the heavy hitters don't know about you, that's it, man. You still gotta make that banger to transcend US wide. So I said US wide, nationwide.
Yeah.
So it's crazy because US is like 300 million people, innit? So I think it's easy to run up a check there. Like if you're a rapper, like you can do shows across your little states. Say from the South, for example, you can do shows across your little southern states, and you're gonna get a couple $100,000 quickly, innit? But is it equating to chart success? Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it is could be easy to make money off music in America, but in terms of getting to that,
in terms of getting recognition,
I have recognition
that's
from like
true.
the XXL freshman list, like to get there, like you can't. There's a lot of men that have not got there. You know what I'm saying?
That is true, because I mean, this question does depend on what your own opinion and what you think making it is, right?
Yeah.
Like someone else who I'll mention again, who gets mentioned every single episode so far, is Potter Paper, right? This guy came out of jail and did his album get number one?
Number 3, but
number
still,
3. I mean,
that
that's
kind
insane.
of music is insane. Yeah.
Like very, very few people could do that in the US.
Yeah.
There's too many U's, man. I'm bugging.
Yeah, it's true to come back. And just from jail, obviously he had a solidified fan base, but that was just to push him just number 3 quickly. That you know what American rappers like come out of jail, and it's like, you know what I'm saying. For example, I think if Max B came out of jail, I don't think he's getting number 1 in the Billboard.
No,
exactly.
Not enough people know about Max B.
Yeah, but I think because our scene is still obviously, they got so much. Yeah, we said they got a lot of blueprint. You said they got a lot of blueprint. They got too many blueprints. It's like, okay, we like respect you because you done gangster rap in 2005. But I like my man that done gangster rap in 2008. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like.
Music
there's so much options. Yeah, so
true.
much options. Like it's mad. Okay, yeah. So quality control are signed to Universal Music Group.
Universal, yeah. So that's one of the key players in the music industry, innit?
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. I mean, there's so many record labels under them 3, the parent labels, the big labels, innit? There's so many under them, and I don't think them kind of record label, I don't think that record label power is even comparable to how it is in the
Yeah,
UK.
okay, we haven't got a record label power, but I think UK we still got we got a higher organic power.
Yeah, that's true.
So in UK, for example, from London, now if I say yeah, rapper from London, and I do drill, I'll be real. To make it in drill, you just gotta have clout in drill. You just gotta be known on the streets, and that will get you a little 100K to start with. Then you gotta be, and all you gotta do is be good on top of that. As long as you got your clout and you gotta be good on top of that, well, you're gone. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, you're gone. Like a lot of the drill rappers that blew before like 18, they got to that position because of the beefs that they were in. They were good. As top of that, that's how they succeeded. But because of the high profile beefs that they had, not going to go into that, but it's like because of the high profile beefs that they had, it just pushed them. Like I said, okay, because everyone was involved in the back and forth with the songs.
Yeah.
And I think because basically who was the better one out of that? Who was making the smarter disses? Who was doing that? Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that does help. And obviously you got like things like you make a freestyle now. Look at Dino. My man was just with his friends on the table, just singing in school.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Now look.
it's social media, and then obviously the cosigns from big rappers like Stormzy in it. That's what really helped Dino. Was social media is a huge thing that helped Dino in it. He was all over street blogs. I'm Just Bait, everything.
And it's a smaller population, so it's like it will travel. It will hit the spots it needs to hit to a lot quicker.
Yeah.
It will go, as I said, if you're from London, that's the thing. If you're from London in the UK, I do think you have an easier chance. It's hard to make it in rap. That's you know what I'm saying. If you're from London, making the popular music that people like, I feel like you have got a good shot. Do you know what I'm saying? You just gotta have the money to get it. Do you know what I'm saying? To get in. But it's like, say for example, if I was Dino and I lived in, I don't know, Michigan in America, and my little freestyles and my little singing has toured across Michigan. But no one knows in New York don't know me. The heavy hitters don't know me. I might be the most famous guy out there, but they don't know me.
Yeah, exactly. He might be the most famous guy in across the nation, but he might still be broke. He might still have no income, no ways of profiting off of what he's built.
Look at Kodak Black in Florida. He's like a god in Florida.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, every Florida rapper, I grew up listening to Yak, I grew up listening to Kodak. Yeah. I don't think he's got number one. Has he got number one album?
I don't think so.
Boozy, for example. Every single guy from the southern states in America say I grew up listening to Boozy. He come out of jail. Has he got number one album? No. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like there's so much competition. It's mad in America. There's so much competition, but England, the only thing I'd say in England is hard to make it if you're like a conscious rapper. Don't you think?
Yeah.
So
that's true.
If you're rapping about that real stuff, we haven't got a scene. We haven't got like a legend, like I don't know. We haven't got like a J. Cole, Kendrick that's pushed that conscious rap to the forefront, or a Tupac even, and then be like, there's a scene to dip into. Right now, if you're a conscious rapper, it's only really picking up now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think in the UK we definitely don't respect the. I mean, I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? You don't really see the conscious rap too much getting that much.
You got to search for it.
Yeah, you got to search for it. Search hard, and you know, you'll have guys making the conscious rap. You'll have, Young's Teflon making.
Dave is like I think Dave in the next 5 years will influence a lot of. Will have us more of Dave's out there, just like because he's pushed the conscious rap to number one in the UK. He got the Cycle Drum got number one, so he might inspire. I think he will inspire future rappers, but for now. Yeah, man, we ain't getting we haven't got like a scene of conscious rappers out here. Like, that's popular. Like, we probably have a scene, but not popular conscious rappers. You don't have a scene like that. So I think that's where it's hard. And also, if you're a singer in the UK, I think it's very hard. You know what I'm saying? If you're the singer, I think that's harder. I think that's because we don't even have like you can get bait in the UK, but I don't think you're charting high right now with singing in the UK right now.
Yeah, because I feel like as a small island, like we're very picky with what, like we like one thing heavy at a time. We like one thing and we love it at the time. We love it and we bang it out and then we jump on the next thing and then that thing gets washed. So that's what happened with grime. People loved it. Grime was the shit. But then now look at Grime. Now it's drill. And
Yep.
dare I say it, a couple of years from now, drill is going to be a little shadow of what it is today.
Little shadow in terms of like the raw. I don't think it's gonna be as raw. Yeah,
It's gonna
it's
get
it's
too
be different.
commercialized.
It's made too commercialized, but the streets is always gonna be the streets. Street music is always gonna keep producing whatever. So I feel like if that's what the streets are feeling in is drill, then yeah. The only thing I see it evolving to is like more the auto tune stuff. Like you got the We Want Raves,
Yeah.
you got like the auto tune. That Somalian scene is popping up now. Like a lot. I think you see more and more street guys making that. Same way they done in America. Same way Dirk had to evolve to do what he's doing now.
Yeah.
But apart from that, but even that wave scene, if DB didn't do what they done, you wouldn't have so many wave rap rappers making it, and DB, M Hunchos.
Exactly. That's what
You know
I'm
what I'm
like.
saying?
They really set the blueprint.
So they got a big blueprint in the scene right now.
No pun intended. They really
Yeah,
did set the blueprint.
yeah,
fam.
yeah.
Like,
DB fans will know that pun still.
yeah, come on.
But no, it's hard still. Like it is, I think. So yeah, I think to conclude that, I think it's more to get a check in America. I think say it's easier, but to get the recognition of chart success, I think it's harder. I think it's more like there's so much guys that you would be like Dirk hasn't got number one yet in the US ever.
Yeah.
Dirk is only really getting the recognition now. Like through that Drake feature pretty much.
Yeah.
That kind of triggered what is going on now. Mad. But yeah, that was that. I mean, let us know your opinions on that one. Feel free to message us, feel free to comment on Nothing But Music page. Don't be shy. But yeah, man, what's the next topic, man, H, man?
Well, you asked me something earlier,
Yeah.
and you said, what are your top 3 fire in the booths?
So okay, I'm gonna say my one. We talk about it, and then you say your one. Alright, cool. My one in my top 3 has to be Nina with a Nina. Nines fire in the booth, innit?
Which one?
I said the which part? Part 1. I think if you just kick back and play part 1, late night, you're just gonna zone. But I like all of it though, man. Then part 2 is a storytelling thing. Because the reason why I like Nines is Nines always tells a story. Like he won't be like, oh yes, I went down one day and it did, but he tells a story of what's going on in his life at the time, the highs and lows of it. Not just he doesn't glorify nothing, which is what I really do like him for. But Nines, the way he's rapping about the girls. The obviously it's reference to Jay-Z's girls like song, but it's like how he done it in his little UK way. He just started talking about different girls he's dealing with, but how he's rhyming it, it's just cool, man. It's just nice, smooth vibe.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's
it's
why
a good rap.
Yeah, man, that's why I dig it, man. But yeah, like what's your first one?
Nines fire in the booth. But part 1 is definitely so hard in it. Like,
Yeah.
But I really, really like part 4. That's the fire in the park. That's the one he done outside, innit?
You like part 4 when he's on the strip?
Yeah. Because the beat was like some proper, like some. No,
So that's
that
part
was
3.
hard.
Has he done 4? I think he done 3.
I think was that part 4 or 3?
Because part 2 is the one
it
where
was-
he's sitting down. Then part 3 is the one.
Yeah, I feel like it is part 4 still. Part 3. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
wow.
part 3.
Look at me, man. Fucking hell.
But
I'm
yeah.
sorry. Yeah, part 3. Hard.
Was that when he's on the? So he's. What about that? Did you like? Because he was more just rapping in that
Yeah,
one. innit?
like I just like the straight flow of bars in it. I feel like it was way too short though. But that's something that really just don't know. I just leaves me itching, catting for more in it. Like I'm just coming back for. I just keep replaying it because it's
But
just
that's the top 3 of all time. Like your favorite. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have. I haven't heard someone say that for that one there. Yeah, I think.
that one definitely gets underplayed. Like that's a very, very hard fire in the booth.
Would you want more Nines freestyles in the future then? Because I would.
100%. I think he needs to put out. I mean, he just does what he wants in it, but more
Definitely.
Nines freestyles would be greatly appreciated. I'm sure by everyone.
What's your second one then?
Second one, I'm saying Black the Ripper. Rest in perfect peace. Black the Ripper, fire in the booth.
What you
The
what
first
was
one.
it about that one? That I haven't heard that one, to be fair.
That's must be over 10 years old now, but that's just raw. Like the beat, the energy, his voice, the way he's bro. Like you can see his veins popping out in his forehead and his throat, bro. That it's nuts. It leaves you with goosebumps, bro. Yeah, man. He's a very talented guy.
Do you think he was underrated when he was alive?
Oh, for sure, yeah. I mean, like a lot of people only knew him for the
Smoking.
yeah, for smoking spliffs in KFC, Burger King, and that. Like a lot of people only knew him for that. But yeah, I feel like if you're a fan of Black the Ripper, and you don't know much about his music, yeah, go and check that one out.
But what was his message? That you seem like quite a thoughtful one. What was his message?
So you see, back then, so back then, like. He's changed a lot as an artist. He did change a lot as an artist in it. So back then, he was rapping about crud in it and street stuff, like proper. It's raw. If you listen to it in it, you'll get what I mean.
Yeah.
But through just each spliffy bund, I don't know what it was, but he just changed. I feel like he did also grow up for sure. And a lot of things must have happened in his life that made him realize a lot of things. And that's why his music did become a lot more conscious over the years, innit? But obviously, I didn't really listen to his newer stuff that much because it was just, I feel like it was too weed focused. It was too much.
I hear what you're saying.
It just got a bit much for me.
That's why I didn't really take him in his music because like it just seemed a bit concentrated and that. But however, his following loved him, like, so
yeah, because he spoke the truth.
Yeah, he's a proper people's person, and yeah, it seems like he spoke the truth, and I could only big him up then. So yeah, rest in peace, Black the Ripper. My second fan of booth, I gotta say is Dave's. Ironically, I'm not even a big fan of Dave's music right now, but because of what he done at this period of his career, I just appreciate what he's done, and I leave it at that. But this Dave one,
when was that?
15, 16.
Okay.
So this is when Dave was making Jacqueline Hyde, like Dave was like ham. You know what I'm saying? He's just that raw kid in the block.
Mm.
And when Dave made this, beforehand he made his warm-up session, he made Karma, made Jacqueline Hyde, and I don't know, he might make something else. Oh, it's Street Stars freestyle and his Black Box Cypher. So
yeah,
all these freestyles, and I was like the big one, fire in the booth, like. I was waiting. I was like, when I saw the photo that he was dropping, I said, "Yeah, like Dave's one. Like, this is he's gonna go ham on this." Because back then, like Fire in the Booth, we'll get into what it is now. But back then, like Fire in the Booth was like that's the main stage. That's Champions League final. Do you know what I'm saying? You gotta bring your best kit for that one there.
Mm.
So when he came in, he was just hungry. Like how he's rapping, like, "Oh, 9, take me back. I lost 6 grand last week. I couldn't make it back." Like how he's rapping, so passionate. Like, yeah, like man these days. But I was like, he's just telling a story like. Chick tram, she get chicken catch fire like Katniss Everdeen, like the way you man's talking, like it's just the metaphors, the bars, like have you heard it?
No.
There's one bit like he's talking about is the punchlines as well. Cause back then I used to love off punchlines from. It's like, I was like a little sneaky kid, like punchlines. But like it made me realize this guy's been around for a long time because he was like 17 then.
Yeah, I was gonna say innit for those of you because. So just a quick in it, like we've got a lot of foreign listeners, a lot of American, and that's Santan Dave, innit? That's what most of you would know him as.
Dave's known in America though.
Yeah, and like that's Santan Dave, and so he's very young in it. He's in his 20s now, early 20s. Like,
yeah, he's at 23.
23, max. Yeah. So when he made that, he must have been young in it, and I'm gonna check that out myself. But yeah, if you check it out, obviously Dave he's a great artist in it, and bear in mind he was very young when he made that.
Yeah, and the second part he was talking about like generational wealth and that. I'm like, what? You're like 17? Like, what's going on? Like, when I heard it, I was young as well, so I was like, I knew it was something bigger than me, but the way he was talking, I said, yeah, he's gonna be around. Like, this guy's gonna be around. Like, this guy's lyrically, he's lyrically saying so much. Like, he's saying so much timeless stuff at such a young age. It's like this guy is lyrically ahead. You know when? Because you remember Dave back then. Dave's class that he blew up with, like he was just ahead of everyone his age. Like, everyone remembers that Dave was ahead, like lyrically. So that'll be my second one. But yeah, what's your third one though, Leach?
My third one, I'd say, the Griselda Fire in the Booth.
Yeah. People like
Griselda
that
Fire
one
in the
still.
Booth. So Griselda isn't. A lot of people think Griselda is a music group, and they're not really a music group. It's a record label, and they just sort of. That's what's so cool about Griselda, innit? It's like, and I've talked about some of the members of them before, innit? So Conway the Machine, I talked about him last time.
Yeah.
But so Griselda it's a record label, innit? And these guys, I think they got an award, a BET award for like the best group, something nominated for the best group, even though they aren't a music group. I mean, that's, come on, shitting on music groups.
Yeah, yeah.
But, nah, that like, I came across it by accident, innit? And it's always them ones that you come across by accident, and bruv, like, different with it. Like,
Is it?
like it,
Why are they different with it though?
because there's a lot of guys that like are doing the old school boom bap, like, you know, the boom, like them kind of beats.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are doing that, but they're doing it in this day and age, and they're making it sound a bit corny, a little bit cheesy, because it's not authentic, innit?
Yeah, when they just rapidly rap and it's just like,
When they just rapidly rap.
yo,
just too
I'm
much.
the illest spitter.
Yeah,
I got so many flows and I'm like Jigger. Like, allow me, man. Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
You got bars. I won't even cap.
No, but I just hear this boom bap stuff. It's
No.
like, if it's not done correctly, it's cringe. Yes, you said corny. Call it
it's
for what
very
it is.
cheesy, innit? But why I rated their thing is because they made it so that it's not cheesy. It's very authentic. It's very believable. It's hard, and like I said, it's each of them. Well, there's only two of them on actually spitting on the thing, innit? But they
Yeah.
come with their own source, their own sort of identities that shine so perfectly.
Aren't they a
through.
bit older?
Yeah, they're old.
Yeah, I heard.
So,
Yeah, they're a bit older.
yeah, Conway's like in his 40s. This guy's old. Benny the Butcher's the youngest
Yeah, I
member
know
of
about
the
Benny
group.
the
innit?
Butcher.
But yeah, he's doing his thing now. He's doing his thing. Benny the Butcher's getting the recognition
That's what I know about that group. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he had the Drake feature in it, and obviously the Drake stimulus package.
Is there more guys that rap like them, like in that? Where they from? New York.
New York, yeah, Buffalo, New York.
Is there more guys that like? Is there like a scene of them? Like, was it Griselda? Is anyone else?
No, that's the thing in it. No one. They're the first to do it from Buffalo, New York, in it, and obviously that means a lot more to someone who's listening in New York, because obviously you know Wagwan in New York, in it, but like New York itself is it's very competitive in it, and obviously there's some huge heavy hitters in music in New York, in it, and the fact that they're doing their thing and they're really not getting the credit that they deserve, but they're doing their thing in it, and they're doing their bit to keep the New York scene alive.
Okay.
I rate them.
That's interesting stuff. Okay, my third one, I'm gonna throw a bit of a wild card in there. I'm gonna go for Nave Smalls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for Nave Smalls as well. Yeah, if you don't know, Nave Smalls is an auto-tune rapper. So coming to the freestyle platform, I was like, this guy's an auto-tune, man. What's he doing on a Fire in the Booth? This guy came and just shut it down. Like, how man's flowing. Like, I can listen to that now and I'm waving. Like, it was too ahead of the game. Like, that one was hard. Like, the way he's confident enough to like, because obviously the stigma is auto-tune, man. They don't say nothing. You know, they ain't saying nothing that's worthy of freestyle. They ain't saying nothing. But when he came on, like, it's cold. Like, he just created a vibe.
Yeah.
Like, with my one, like, how he's vibes and then that. And the second beat, he started rapping, but he done the auto-tune thing again. I'm like, yeah, but it's more like a hip-hop beat now. Like, he's rapping that. But he's doing the auto-tune stuff. It was just different. And that's why that Fire in the Booth got like 20 million views. Because that's a
vibe. Very iconic Fire in the Booth.
Yeah, very iconic. When he done it, you know, it's my ignorant self. When I first listened to it, I think I turned it off after 30 seconds. I was like, but I don't know his auto-tune, man, on Fire in the Booth. I listened to it again. My friend was like, no, I play this. I played it. And I was like, yeah, this is a wave, man. Like, because 016, like, there wasn't really much wave artists apart from like him and Young Fume. Like, big up them two for being the pioneers, because that's all we hear right now. It's popping right now in the scene right now. So the wave, and obviously it was no pre-recorded stuff. It was just clean, man, clean. So yeah, Nace, I mean, that one was proper.
So it's interesting you said there's no pre-recorded stuff.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to ask you, what do you think about the way, not specifically Fire in the Booth,
Yeah.
but them kind of freestyle platforms, excluding some. How do you feel about the way that they're going now compared to the way they were back in maybe the times of Black the Ripper, maybe the times of Nines, the first one?
I don't really like it. Like, I don't know, but maybe that's me just being the pure music fan again. Like, I like to see, like, you bring your I like to see the effort that you brought your bars, you memorized it, you're not reading off your phone. That's another thing people just stop doing. And it's like, and you're just rapping. No, because right now the thing is like it's pre-recorded. It's basically like another song with a thing. So it's a bit like, I don't know, man. It's just not really the same. I'll be honest. Like,
I mean, the way it's become is like people are going into this half-hearted and they're just putting out a quick thing because they know it's going to get views. And it's become very different. Back in the day, Fire in the Booth, that was a prestigious. I'm only talking about Fire in the Booth because that's been on my mind, innit?
yeah.
But that's a good example. It's a great example. That was a prestigious platform. If you had a Fire in the Booth, that was your time to express yourself. Like, that was your time to come up and
Tell a story.
yeah, you're on a pedestal now. You're here. You're gonna, bro. You need to shine. You need to let everyone know because people were people banged Fire in the Booth and they still do.
Only certain artists are really coming to the Fire in the Booth for that energy. I saw Trillery Banks' one yesterday. I think yesterday. That was called She Come With Energy, no reading off the phone, just straight bars. But right now, Fire in the Booth, I think you said it to me one time, it's like a promo run for the album.
Exactly. That's
you
what I
go
was
in
gonna
there,
say.
it's not. Come on, man. I want to Fire in the Booth wasn't no the promo one was for the Fire for. Bro, the promo was for the Fire in the Booth.
Drop a single and promote it the right way. Like, I don't like the way it's become where, like, okay, I'm dropping a mixtape. Let me jump on a Fire in the Booth and it's gonna come out before the mixtape. It's gonna get promoted by and that's I don't think
it's not organic.
Right way.
Fire in the Booth was a thing where it's like that's part of your come up.
Yeah, exactly.
It was part of your come up. You had the Fire in the Booth as like it's like checkpoint.
Yeah.
Warm up session, cha-ching. You had the behind bars, cha-ching. Like, you had all of that stuff, and it's like, yeah, I'm hearing ad libs in freestyles now. What's going on?
Bro, it's not freestyle anymore. It's not a freestyle. It's a tune. It literally is a pre-recorded tune.
It's a pre-recorded tune.
Yeah.
I think it started with the mad about bars. I wasn't really mad about it because it was Kenny All-Star, like because he's talking in between it. I don't know, it's creating a bit of a vibe because he would be talking in between the freestyle with that. It's like, you're going down there, but it'll be a bit of a. So I wouldn't mind that one. I'm like, cool. All that one's like, I'm hearing everything. I'm hearing everything like plugged in, pre-recorded. Like, I think behind bars are basically pre-recorded now. Like, it's mad. Like, behind bars again. I used to love behind bars as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do a top 3 of that as well. But yeah, behind bars, like real hard hitting stuff in it. Like, just come and show your bars in it. Like, now it's a tune with the plugged in though with Fumes. It's, I don't know. I don't mind it too much with plugged in. Sometimes I'm like, it is just drill in it. But sometimes I would like to hear the energy in the studio rather than I'm hearing guys shout in the studio because it's pre-recorded. I can't even hear you shouting because it's like, it's pre-recorded, isn't it? You're basically just rapping over it. Like, it's mad. Like, I don't know, man. It's not bad, but it could be better. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could be better. It's not bad, but it could be better.
I don't know. I just don't like the way it's going. And I just think, like you said, it seems very insincere and not authentic at all. The fact that, like, okay, I'm putting out a mixtape next week. Okay, I'm going to jump on a Fire in the Booth and that will be the single to the, like, it's all just a numbers game. It's all just a streaming game.
A lot of rappers, I don't even think a lot of rappers even love rapping sometimes. Because I'm thinking,
because it's a job to them.
You see with like, because I used to love the crib sessions, innit? Tim West's crib sessions. Because I don't know, you just get the feel of it. Like, there'll be like 30 man in there.
Yeah.
And it's like, everyone's coming with bars. Someone will say something cheeky, now it's trending, like, raw, like, it'll be something, but it's raw, innit? And people come with their bars. Like, you get everyone of the man them in there rapping. Like, and there was no pre-recorded stuff. It was just like, let's go. Like, we've got bars
he
today.
just runs the beat, and then whoever hops on.
I like that when we're just missing that, and that's dying out a bit. Like, I see the pre sessions now. It's like it's just using bars from old songs and that. And if they did use bars of old songs, it would just be mixed in with the fresh bars. So it would just be like a vibe anyway. Be like, yeah. But now it's just guys are getting lazy. So you're not really gonna get a moment like I'm trying to think of a moment like like a moment like I don't know, when Harlem went down there. And it's like, man,
that was a moment.
Yeah, when Harlem went down there.
Even when OFB, like...
OFB went down there was crazy.
Numerous times that they went down. I mean, iconic.
OFB went down. Which one? The Heady one's OFB or Bando K's OFB? Young OFB.
The one where there's two of them in there with the olders, so not... The one with the youngers is cool. I did like that, but the one with the olders, so... I like the one. So there's two with the olders in it. Off the top of my head, there's one where they're all wearing the OFB.
Yeah, that one was crazy.
That one was crud. But the second one in it, so the one where they're not all wearing the OFB thing. So it's like that's when there's quite a lot of them are out of pen in it. There's Brad's, Kush.
Oh, is that Fashion Up Me Away?
Yeah, Tugs.
Yeah, that one. That when they came in just singing it.
Yeah,
yeah, that was crazy. And everyone started vibes. Yeah, we're not gonna get that as much now, man. You get me? So it's different, but it's different. In the plugged in, I can't lie, it's saving Joe though. Even though we capped this in it a little bit, it's saving Joe because they're the only freestyle platform that's promoting the Young Bucks right now.
Yeah, exactly. They're not gonna have Drake on. Fumes the Engineer isn't gonna have Drake on bro.
It's good. Yeah, that's how it should. That's how it should be.
Yes, Drake doesn't need to jump on he doesn't need to grind on a freestyle platform.
And unpopular opinion, that Drake behind bars freestyle was dead.
I would back that. 100%. I back that with...
That was dead.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it's just like, it was a moment, I was gassed that he was on there, but man them stop lying to themselves now. You know what I'm saying? Man them stop lying because Jake's on there, you gotta gas it up. Man them stop lying to themselves. It was, for him it was dead. I don't want to hear that again.
I think it's cringe slightly.
Listen to that once, never again. Yeah, man, the plugged in, as I said, it's only... person keeping the Young Bucks in because they're not going on there like, oh, we must get the best artists. Like, artists are making comebacks on that platform there. Russ, for example, people stopped checking for him. The scene stopped checking for him. He dropped that plugged in. He's back in the mix.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, Body, I think we find out if Body gets number 1 this week by Russ. And that little moment started off with that plugged in with Fumes again. So yeah, man, plugged in with Fumes to our foreign listeners and that. That's where you're going to get the raw street stuff from the UK. If you had the raw street stuff, then go to plugged in, innit? Have you had RD's one?
RD's plugged in, yeah. That's been
RD's
all over
was
socials.
cold.
Yeah,
that was cold. He's got flow, you know. He's got flow. Like, I dig RD still. Like, right, I must say I dig RD. Pause. But
dig RD.
No. I'm saying, like, he's cold still. Like, he's cold. Like, he has a flow and he's cheeky with it.
Yeah. He's very, like, social media friendly. And I think he's going to do bits in it.
He said something like, my babe said I need therapy. I'm good at my weed and Hennessy. Like, he's so cheeky. I like that, man. Yeah, bounce on it a bit, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about you know what I'm saying, about trying to keep it street and all that stuff. Just what I'm saying, Drill's, like we said in the first episode, Drill's evolving. Like, he's doing drill.
You don't need to be that guy anymore. You don't need to be the guy that's talking all the crud. Leave that for the CBs, and you know what's gonna happen. Like,
yeah, man. But boy, man, we've got last 10 minutes. Like, what new music you feeling, though, man? What any music you're listening to right now, though, man?
I've been once again revisiting the classics. So, Frontin' Pharrell, big tune. That's made a little comeback. But Waterloo Sunset by the Kings. That's
the Kings. You the Kings?
The Kings, it's an old band, innit? So I don't know what period they're from, innit? But Waterloo Sunset, that's if you're trying to bill it on the Sunday, wherever you are, innit, make sure you bill it, put that on, innit, just chill out. It's one of them ones. Just look at the sunset.
Waterloo Sunset, what's the vibe?
The vibe is, if you're there with someone you really care about, just chilling, just being content with someone you really care about. And
boy, he said being content with someone you really
being
care
completely like amassed by that feeling of I'm so content with this person right now.
Right, that's deep.
And yeah, I mean, if you're, check it out. That's once again Waterloo Sunset by the Kinks in it. So it might not be for everyone, but check it out.
No, I hear that. That's a little mood you got there online.
And one of my boys, Jay showed me this in it. Hard tune, Trying to Escape by SP Montes. That's
SP Montez is cold.
yeah.
He's got another song called Undeniable that I rock with heavy.
Undeniable.
Yeah. He's got that
Check that
raspy
out, man.
little tone and he's just
Yeah,
calm with it.
Yeah,
Calm
he's
with
sick.
it. He's
He's
wavy still.
yeah.
Buzzword and that. Yeah.
What are you saying?
Murray, man. Murray from shout out South Carolina. Like, this guy's cold. Like, he's got this little gospel sound going on. And it's like a...
He dropped a tape recently.
Yeah, but it's gospel mixed with rap, of course. He drops a tape, so I was taking long to listen to his tape. But everyone that spoke to me, I got good reviews and that. So when I listened to it now, I said, yeah, like this. Every track was just knocking. So I said, yeah, man, this guy, he's signed to my roster. Like, he's in my club now, man. Like, yeah, you done this thing, like, and it's soul and it's not just pain. It's like motivational stuff.
He's got a really good voice, like a really good voice, and you can hear that past the auto-tune and past the mixing and mastering. You can really tell. You can tell this guy can sing, and he's been through a lot, and you can,
He's a bit older as well. He's 28, so he's got a bit more to talk about.
Yeah.
I also, my guy Quando Rondo dropped last night. I was banging that straight out of Savannah, Georgia. I love my Southern artist. Yeah, man, got a raw sound going again. Like, he has a lot of stuff going on in his life in the past 6 months. He's just addressing a lot of stuff recently on the tape, and it's just like proper stuff, passionate stuff. You get what I'm saying?
What's the name of the track?
It's the album, Still Taking Risks.
Okay.
Still Taking Risks is the album. Man, in the UK now, flying over. RD's plugged in, cold. Oh, that's been plugged into. That Sin Squad plugged in as well. Wait, try to save them shots. Must have thought it was Van der Sar. Like, wait, you got Van. Yeah, man, I had some crazy stuff. Yeah, man, in the UK. So those two freestyles I'm rocking with. And again, man, I'm just waiting on the tapes, man. I feel like we're due like a Millions tape. I'm seeing him drop bare features and like, bro, it's time for the tape. I think he dropped something on Popcorn yesterday.
I'm really gassed for his tape, and
I think he's loading. I can see that he's loading. Yeah. Fredo dropped a freestyle yesterday that was cold.
Yeah, I haven't managed to check that out.
Yeah, but Fredo dropped something that I was very impressed with. This guy, he got much better as a rapper. Like, can rap. He's not just rapping about. He's not just living off his image to rap about. He's just rap. He's got a way of rapping. He's found his way of rapping now, and he's got the quotables, and that. And he's cold still. Like, Fredo, it's called Independence Day Freestyle. It's cold. But yeah, man, that's me still.
One final tune. A lot of you listening might know this. A lot of you don't. But every chance that I get, Lil Baby, Lil Doug. I know I talked about this last time.
You like that tune? Like that?
Oh, so hard. Oh my god.
But the beat was a bit noisy for me though, man.
Nah, it is. There's a lot going on in it, but oh my lord.
But Baby was snapping though, innit? Baby was snapping. He said that when Khaled was like, keep going.
Yeah, he said, keep going.
And he's like, she must think, he said something, once I get in his ass, he gonna look at me back like, damn, he was effing with me. Like, the way he's very like, neat. He's neat, man. He's neat. But I feel like Dirk could have come a bit harder, man.
I feel like it's peak, innit? I feel it was peak. Because whatever he done, I don't know how much better he, like...
Because that's not his vibe. It is his vibe, but no, it's not his vibe. I'm not gonna lie. It's not his vibe. Because Baby, he can do it, but that's Baby all day long. Like, do you know what I'm saying? That hype beat. Since you hear that hype beat with the up tempo, forget about it. If you're on Baby, forget about it. Because he does this in his sleep.
Yeah. Baby and Take Keith, that's a great...
Yeah, man can just rap, you know what I'm saying? But it's a bit noisy for me. I don't know. It's the beat I don't really dig. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was going to say. J. Cole's announced an album.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's off season.
Off season.
But this has been in the works. I mean, I hope it's not gonna be another KOD. Cause man didn't really dig KOD like that, me personally. But I like he just sung yesterday called The Interlude. I wasn't really feeling it, I won't lie. I didn't love it.
What didn't you like about it?
It's just he's using that trap flow. I just don't think he's best at that. Like, it's cool, but I can hear the trap flow better from any of these young bucks.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear it from you.
That's true.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I can hear it better. It's not bad, but it's like, because it's J. Cole, brother can rap. But J. Cole, man, we're hoping, innit? Boy, I need your album to drop right now. I won't lie.
If you're listening, J. Cole, if you're listening, please don't feel the need to try and appease to a younger audience and, you know, do things. Yeah, please the younger audience and do things to try and, like, you've got a fan base and they will eat your, whatever you put out. Like, bro, do your thing.
Guys are saying, oh yeah, J. Cole this, because it's called the interlude, isn't it? It's an interlude. Like, this song means J. Cole's dropping a classic next week. I'm like, chill out, man. Because I like J. Cole too, but I hate people foreshadow it like that.
Yeah,
It's a classic, please. Like, for any of our listeners, like, if you're listening to this right now, you're not the average music fan anyway. But I'm saying, for any of our listeners and that, just listen to the tape with an open mind. Don't be saying it's gonna be a classic. Don't be saying that. Just go there, open mind, clean slate. I don't want to hear about the he said, she said, oh, it's gonna be a classic. Allow me, man. Forget all of that, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's us, innit? So
that's another one done. Thank you again for all the support. I mean, it's going crazy, innit? And yeah, the support's been nuts as always. So thank you all.
But get out of the social, man. We're gonna be active on there, man.
Yeah, definitely. Follow up Nothing But Music Pod, and at Blog by Benzo and at Hussein.ma. That's Nothing But Music Pod, Blog by Benzo, and Hussein.m8.
All right.
So give those all a follow. Share it with your friends, innit? If you got a boy, if you know someone that's really into music, if you know someone that's just on chattings whenever it's music, share it with them, innit? Let them know. Tell them to come and chill with us, have a conversation. Just kick it, innit? But yeah, man. Thank you, and we'll be back for episode 5.